The current pandemic has prompted a renewed debate on the role of policing and the nature of surveillance in contemporary society. In the 20th century, a similar dramatic expansion in policing took place in Eastern Europe, when communist states began to target many social groups, including churches and religious communities. For these communities today, the recent lockdowns, which brought with them the forced closure of churches and pilgrimage sites, carry painful echoes of former times. The exhibition, Through the Lens of the Secret Police, Images of the Religious Underground in Eastern Europe, explores the legacy of secret police operations against and surveillance of religion through a visual cultural lens. The research is based in the College of Art in the Study of Religions Department and was put together by a team of 8 researchers from across the region.
Getting the chance to come here and look through these minority heritages that were hidden, that were excised from culture under totalitarian regimes, and to bring those memories of past lives, past cultural practices, past forms to all of us here today, I hope will help us be careful and attentive curators to our own cultural histories and to those of other minority communities around the world. It's really wonderful that we're able to host part of the fruits of that research here in UCC, and I just wanted to thank you and the team on behalf of all of the researchers in the College of Arts, Celtic Studies and Social Sciences, and on behalf of the entire research community in UCC. I think it's a really incredible achievement.
Comprised of photographs shot or stolen by the secret police in the Soviet Union, Romania and Hungary, the images in the exhibition are sometimes violent and intrusive, and at other times personal or with documentary value. The materials on display, which were used at the time as evidence of crimes and in anti-religious propaganda, today prompt varied interpretations. Can these photographs escape the categories of the archives into which they were placed? Who should have control over these materials today? And what impact does it have to view someone through the lens of the secret police? 30 years since the end of the Cold War and the communist repression of religion, we are presented with a new opportunity for research and for societal reflection.
So this is just a wonderful, wonderful piece of historical recovery, I think, by the team. I'm a historian. Coming across this kind of visual source material is so exciting. Inherently, I think the material is immensely interesting. But then, of course, you've got this additional layer. Why was this material collected? How was it housed? How was it interpreted? So you're operating on, well, at least 2 levels. And looking at the material and the way it's been handled on the project website, I'm very conscious of how expert you have to be to deal with this material appropriately. You have to know the context. You have to be incredibly sensitive to the provenance, who collected it, why did they collect it, why has it been preserved. And of course, bringing it together in this way, it takes us back into that period, whether it was under a communist regime or a right-wing dictatorship, these oppressive forms of state control which sought to impose their own ideologies on people's ordinary lives. Now, I'm not a religious person, but you look at these photographs and you look at the lives that they capture, the forms of organisation and interaction that went on beneath the radar, as it were, and you can have nothing but respect and admiration for the courage and the stubbornness, really, of these individuals. And I think this exhibition, it's a wonderful, wonderful testament to the importance of freedom of conscience in 20th and 21st century societies.
How and why are we motivated to comply or resist when freedoms are constrained? How resilient are we when confronted with restrictions that change the pattern of our lives? How aware are we of the surveillance we are under? How are images used today to either affirm or silence viewpoints? What visual images will define the current pandemic?